Hey, what's up, YouTube? You're with gothatfunk, and before I get into what I want to say, a reassurance for my viewers. This video has nothing whatsoever to do with pedophiles, pedophilia, or child molestation, so you can relax about that. The title of the video will make sense as I get into it. You see, I've noticed over the past couple of years that most of my subscribers are people between the ages of 30 and 50. And I would guess that the majority of those are parents of at least one child. Well, to those of us who are parents, there is an issue that we all have to confront in our lives. That is, when do you have sex when you have children in the house? Now, when you have children who are small, infants and toddlers, it really isn't an issue when you have sex, because you have sex, and they're not really aware of what's going on. If they hear it, and if they hear it, they don't, they're literally oblivious to it. But as kids get older, they become more and more aware. And as kids get older, they tend to stay awake later and later into the evening. And it becomes, or can become, something of an issue. You see, because I can only speak for myself, but I am certainly much better prepared, equipped, as it were, if it's not the wee hours of the morning when I want to get down and boogie. And what ends up happening, especially when you got kids in the sort of early double digits, who are going to be awake probably until at least midnight or later, you end up staying awake until the wee hours because you don't want the kids to hear you fucking. And the funny thing is, of course, that the kids probably do still hear you fucking. Now, to my viewers, I would also like to offer up this little qualifier, especially to my younger viewers. I accept as a matter of fact that no one, young or old, really wants to hear their parents fucking. But to my younger viewers, you got to cut the adults some slack. When are they supposed to fuck? Seriously. My attitude about it is, I've had people tell me that their kids complain that the sex sounds wake the kids up in the middle of the night. Bollocks! They never went to sleep yet, and they heard the sex and were pissed off about it. That's what I say. Now, here's the thing. Most adults with kids have jobs. And therefore, you're working all day, you're tired, you don't want to have to stay up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning just to make sure the kids don't hear you fucking. So you fuck as late as you possibly can. But that diminishes the quality of the sex very often. And it also makes it does put a different kind of flavor on your entire sex life when you almost have to sneak to have sex in your own home. And that doesn't feel right. When I've had young people in my life complain about the noise of sex to me, I just remind them, that, hey, at least you're lucky enough to live in a country where your parents sleep in a different room to you. Because all over the world, kids don't have a choice to hear their parents fucking because they're fucking in the same room, because families have to share rooms in many parts of the world. So yeah, if you're a young person and you understandably object to hearing your parents fuck, when do you think they should fuck? Do not fucking sit there and tell me you don't think your parents should fuck. You can take that opinion and shove it directly up your ass, okay? As long as people are capable of having sex and feel sexual in themselves, they're gonna fuck. And you shouldn't try to stop them. They're adults. So when is it the best time for you? How do you handle it in your own household? Do you just have sex whenever the hell you want, and whether the kids get disturbed by it, that's too bad? Or do you cause your sex life to suffer because you have to wait until the wee hours? Have your kids ever mentioned to you that they object to the sounds of sex? Because trust me, sometimes they hear you, and if they haven't mentioned it, well, good for you. Anyway, I just wanted to throw this topic out there for conversation because I find it is an interesting thing that people don't tend to talk about. So let's talk about it. If you've got kids, when do you have sex? And where? And has the advent of having children altered your sex life? Do you have sex less often as a result of this? If so, do you think that's fair? Do you think your kids would think it was fair? There's all sorts of questions I could come out with, but I think that'll do it for now. I want to thank you all for watching this video. I very much look forward to your responses in the comment section, or video responses if you've got the bottle for that. That's cool. Let's talk about sex. This has Got That Funk. Thank you all for watching, and remember, if you can't make things better, then the best you can do is just not to make things worse.